I'm Sable, and today we're opening a new chapter in Unsealed Evidence. A new case, a new timeline, a story that deserves clarity, accountability, and truth. Here's everything we know from the beginning. Let's unseal what really happened. Today, we're starting with a case that feels small on the surface, a simple walk to the store in a quiet Michigan town. But the silence that followed has turned into something much heavier. This is the disappearance of 18-year-old Devlin Tait. On the morning of April 21, 2025, Devlin left his home in Lake Odessa, Michigan, for what looked like a normal routine. A quick trip to the local grocery store. Nothing out of character. Nothing dramatic. Just an ordinary day for a young man who walked there often. But after that visit, Devlin never came home. Devlin is not the kind of person who can just vanish without concern. He lives with several medical and developmental conditions, including cerebral palsy, ADHD, Tourette's, and challenges often associated with fetal alcohol exposure. People who know him say he functions emotionally and mentally more like a much younger child. He needs structure, he needs medication, and he needs support. Leaving home without those things immediately put him at risk. The last confirmed moment we have is surveillance inside the store that morning. After that, the trail goes cold. No one reported seeing where he went, whether he walked out alone, got into a vehicle, or tried to head somewhere unfamiliar. And that uncertainty has become the most haunting part of this case. Family members, including Tamara Host and Sabrina Cook, have spoken publicly about the fear and confusion they've been living with. They've described how out of character this disappearance is for him, how much he relied on routine, and how deeply worried they are that he may be lost, scared, injured, or with someone who doesn't understand his needs. Since that day, there have been searches, flyers, online posts, and outpourings of community concern. But there has not been a single verified sighting. His financial card hasn't been used. There's been no confirmed phone activity, and every rumor that surfaces online, sightings along highways, someone resembling him at a bus stop, or the idea that he might be hiding, remains unproven. Nothing so far has been enough to point investigators in a clear direction. In cases like this, the unknown becomes its own form of cruelty. Did Devlin wander farther than usual? Did he become disoriented without his medication? Did someone offer help or take advantage? Or did something else entirely happen after he left that store? None of these questions can be answered with certainty right now, and it's important to remember that no one has been accused or named as a suspect by law enforcement. Everything outside confirmed details is speculation. What we do know is that a vulnerable young man walked into a store and did not walk back into the life he left behind. The people who love Devlin deserve answers, and Devlin deserves to be found, safely, compassionately, and with urgency. If you're watching this and you live in Michigan, especially near Lake Odessa or Ionia County, think back to that week. Think about who you saw walking alone, someone who looked confused, someone who might have seemed younger than they actually were. Even a small detail, something you didn't think mattered at the time, could be the missing piece. This is just the beginning of our coverage on Devlin's case. And the truth is, we have very little confirmed information to work with. That lack of detail isn't just frustrating, it's heartbreaking. It makes it harder for the public to understand his story, and it makes it harder for investigators, advocates, and creators like us to keep his case alive in a meaningful way. If you are a friend, a family member, a neighbor, or someone who knew Devlin personally and can help us understand who he is, what his life looked like, or anything that could fill in the gaps of this timeline, please reach out. Your perspective could help build a fuller, more accurate case file, and it may help bring answers closer. Remember his name, Devlin Tait. If you have information about his whereabouts, please contact the Ionia County Sheriff's Office. If you have personal insight, background, or details that can help us tell his story responsibly, you can also reach out to us privately at unsealedevidence@gmail.com or message the Unsealed Evidence Facebook page. Let's unseal what really happened. Every case has missing pieces, and we're here to find them. Unsealed Evidence digs into the documents, the timelines, the evidence they don't talk about. You can read every breakdown at unsealedevidence.com and follow us for updates, new findings, and deeper dives. We don't look away. We don't sugarcoat. We search until the truth shows itself. This is Unsealed Evidence.